Exercise 1.5, question number 3. It says solve each equation for solutions over the interval 0 to 360 degree. Now we will find our answers in degree form. So give the solution to the nearest tenth as appropriate. So let's find the solution. So I will write the solution. Cot of theta minus root 3 times 2 sine theta plus root 3 is equals to 0. Now we will separate them because these are already written in a factored form. So I will write cot theta minus root 3 is equals to 0. And the second one is 2 sine theta plus root 3 is equals to 0. Now I will take negative 3 on the other side. So negative 3 root. So our calculator is in tan mode, not in the cot form. So I would replace the cot theta with the tan theta. So 1 over tan is equals to root 3. So the next step would be 1 over tan theta is equal to root 3. Now I will take the reciprocal. So tan theta would be equals to 1 over root 3. We'll find the basic angle. So tan inverse of 1 over root 3. We will use the calculator to find it. So our answer would be 30 degree. Let me show you. So here we have shift tan inverse of 1 divided by square root of 3. So here you can see our answer is 30 degree. Now we know that the tan is positive in the tan is positive in the quadrant number 1 and the quadrant number 3. So I will work for these two. So for first quadrant, we know that our x value, here we can use theta. So our theta is equals to alpha, so that will become 30 degree. For the third quadrant, theta would be equals to 180 minus 180 plus alpha. So that would be 180 plus 30. That would become 210 degree. Now I will verify by using the calculator. So let's check. We have tan of 30. So we have root 3 by 3. Okay. So the same thing. And we need to find the tan of 210. The same answer we got. Now we work for 2 sine theta plus root 3. So I would write 2 sine theta is equals to minus root 3, or sine theta is equals to minus 3 root over 2. So now I will find the basic angle alpha. So I will take sine inverse of root 3 by 2. So let me check. So here we have 60 degree. So this negative sign shows that the sign will be taken in the quadrant number 3 and the quadrant number 4. So let me show you working. So here is our theta, that is 60 degree. So I told you before, the negative sign shows that it is lying in the quadrant number 3 and the quadrant number 4. So for the third quadrant, we'll take theta is equals to 180 plus alpha. This is taken as an alpha. So now I would add 180 plus 60, that is 240. And for the fourth quadrant, we'll take theta is equals to 360 minus alpha. So 360 minus 60, that would become 300 degree. Now we'll solve B part. 2 sine theta minus 1 is equals to cosecant theta. So we know that the cosecant theta is equals to 1 over sine theta. So now I will write 2 sine theta minus 1 is equals to 1 over sine of theta. So I would multiply this sine theta on the other side. So that would become 2 sine square theta minus sine theta is equals to 1. Now we'll rearrange. Minus 1 is equal to 0. Now it is a form of a quadratic equation, so we will factorize it. So 2 sine square theta minus sine theta minus 1 is equal to 0. So we know that this is the coefficient of 2, this is coefficient of -1, and that is also -1. I would use the calculator to simplify the roots. So let me show you on calculator. Here we press mod button, then 5 is the equation, 3 is the quadratic equation. Now I will put the factors. So first is 2 equal, then -1 again equal, then -1 again equal. So the first answer or the first theta value that I got, that is 1, and the second is -1/2. So I would write it sine of theta is equals to 1, and the second root is sine theta is equals to -1/2. Now I will simplify these two to get my answers. So now we will find the basic angle alpha. So we will take sine inverse of 1, and we know that the sine inverse of 1, that would become 90 degree. So sine is positive in the first and the second quadrant. So for the first quadrant, x would be written as alpha, so that would be 90 degree. And for the second quad, we'll write x is equals to 180 minus alpha. So 180 minus 90 would be equal to 90 degree. So these are my two answers. Now for the second part, we will take again alpha with sine inverse of half, because this negative sign shows that the sine is locating at third and the fourth quadrant. So we'll take sine inverse of half. So my alpha would become 30 degree in that case. So for third quad, we will write theta is equals to, so let me replace x with theta over there, sorry, theta and this theta, and now theta would be equals to 180 plus 30 means alpha, so that would become 210. And for next thing, for the fourth quadrant, we will write theta is equal to 360 minus 30, that would become 330 degree. So these are our two possible answers. Solve part C. So we have tan theta minus cot theta is equals to 0. So we'll write tan theta is equal to cot theta. Cot theta will be changed by 1 over tan theta, and now I would multiply this tan theta with other tan theta, that would become tan square theta is equals to 1. Now we'll take square root on both sides, so we have tan of theta is equals to plus minus 1. Now I will simplify. First I will simplify for tan theta is equals to plus 1, and on other hand we will find the tan of theta with -1. So we will find the basic angle tan inverse of 1. The alpha would become 45 degree in that case. Now tan is positive in the first quadrant and the third quadrant. So I will write theta is equals to alpha, that is 45 degree, and here theta is equals to 180 plus alpha, so 180 plus 45, that would become 225. Now for tan theta equal to -1, the alpha would become tan inverse of 1. So our basic angle again 45 degree, and we know that the tan having a negative value, and the negative value definitely would come in the quadrant number 2 and the quadrant number 4 for the tan. So now for the second quadrant we will write theta is equals to 180 minus alpha. So 180 minus 45 degree, that would become 135 degree. For the fourth quadrant, the theta would become 360 minus 45 degree. So that would become 315 degree. If you want to verify your answer, I would check by the calculator for tan of negative. So you can see tan 135 is -1 and tan of 315 is also -1. So that is the correction. Now move to the next part. Now we will solve part D. So we have cosecant square theta minus 2 cot theta is equal to 0. We know the identity, that is 1 plus cot square theta is equals to cosecant square theta. So I would replace this cosecant square theta with the 1 plus cot square theta minus 2 cot theta is equals to 0. I will rearrange it. Cot square theta minus 2 cot theta plus 1 is equals to 0. Now I have two possible ways that I can make the formula for it. That I have the format like a square minus 2ab plus b square equals to 0. So it can be written as a minus b whole square equal to 0. The first way is this one. So if I use this way, so I can write it like cot of theta minus 1 whole square is equals to 0. The other way is I can use the calculator to find the roots, but first of all I will solve by this way. So I will take the square root on both sides. So this is the square root, this is the square root. So I have cot theta minus 1 is equals to 0. So in the next step I would write cot theta is equals to 1. Now I would change cot theta with 1 over tan of theta is equals to 1. So tan theta is equals to 1 and alpha would be equal to tan inverse of 1, that is pi by 4. Okay, now I will show you by using the calculator. So the coefficient would be, in that case, this is our coefficient 1. That would be our -2 and that would be our +1. So now let me show you on the calculator how to factorize. So mod button, then 5, then press 3. So the first coefficient is 1, the next is -2, the next is again +1. So now you can see the first root is 1 and the second value is also 1. Okay, the x is 1, the only 1 is shown over there. So it means our answer would be 1 in that case. So I wrote the same answer for tan cot theta is equals to 1. Now we know that the tan theta is positive in the quadrant number 1 and the quadrant number 3. So I will find the possible angles. So in quadrant number 1, our x would become alpha, and that would be pi by 4. And for the third quadrant, we will write theta. Theta is equals to 180 plus, sorry, I wrote the angles in radians, so it would become 45 degree, and that would become also 45 degree. So 180 plus 45 degree, that would become 225. Now we will solve part E. So we have 2 tan square theta into sine theta minus tan square theta is equals to 0. Now I will take common as in tan square theta. So the next I have 2 sine theta minus 1 is equals to 0. Now I will separate these factors. Tan square theta is equals to 0. 2 sine theta minus 1 is equals to 0. Now I will take the square root on both sides. So our answer would be tan theta is equals to 0. So here we have 2 sine theta is equals to 1. So sine theta would be equals to 1 over 2. Now I will simplify both equations. So first of all, I will simplify tan theta is equals to 0. Now I will find the basic angle. So tan inverse of 0. So the answer would become 0 in that case. So the tan would be 0. Okay, remember one thing. The tan is 0 on 3 possible intervals. The tan 0 is 0. Tan 180 would also 0. And tan 360 degree would also 0. So on these 3 numbers, the tan value always would become 0. Now we will do the next part. So now I will take basic angle alpha, so sine inverse of 1 over 2, and in degree that would become 30 degree for basic angle alpha. And now we know that the sign is positive in the quadrant number 1 and the quadrant number 2. So that would be x is equals to alpha equal to 30 degree. For second quadrant, it would be 180 minus alpha. So 180 minus 30, that would become 150 degree. Now we'll see the next part. Now in part F, we have secant square theta into tan theta is equal to 2 tan theta. So now I can convert the secant square theta into tan square theta. Now we will solve part F. In this part, we have secant square theta into tan theta is equals to 2 tan of theta. Now we will write secant square theta tan theta minus 2 tan theta is equals to 0. Now I will take tan theta as common. So we have secant square theta minus 2 is equals to 0. So now I will take tan theta is equals to 0, the first factor. The second factor is secant square theta minus 2 is equals to 0. Now we will write secant square theta is equals to 2. Now we'll simplify first tan theta equal to 0 and then secant square theta is equals to 2. Now I would write tan theta is equals to 0. So theta would be equals to tan inverse of 0. I already told you before the tan 0 on 3 possible values or 3 possible angles, 0 degree, 180 degree and 360 degree. Now we will solve the other part, that is the secant square theta is equals to 2. Now for this thing we have to change secant into cos. So we'll reciprocal it. Cos square theta is equals to 1 over 2. Now we'll take the square root on both sides. So we have cos theta is equals to plus minus 1 over square root of 2. Now we will simplify cos theta with positive 1 over square root 2 and with negative 1 over square root 2. So cos theta is equals to 1 over square root of 2. So we'll find the basic angle cos inverse of 1 over square root of 2. So let me check by the calculator. So that would become 45 degree. This is our basic angle, and here cos is positive and the cos is positive in the first and the fourth quadrant. So let me write. So alpha is equals to 45 degree. The next is now for the first quadrant, it would be remain as it is. So x is equals to alpha, that is 45. And for the fourth quadrant, we will write not x, sorry, it is theta. And the next theta would be equals to 180 minus 45. No, 360 minus 45. That would become 315 degree. Now we'll solve cos theta of negative 1 over 2 root. Now we will find the basic angle alpha, that would become pi by 4 after taking the cos inverse of 1 over 2, or let me show you. Alpha would be equals to cos inverse of 1 over square root of 2, that would become pi by 4. We know that the cos is negative in the quadrant number 2 and the quadrant number 3. So I will work for quadrant number 2 here. For second, theta would be equals to 180 minus alpha, that is our pi by 4, or you can say that it is 45 degree. So that would become 135 degree. And for the third quadrant, theta would be 180 plus 45, that would become 225 degree.